Welcome to the 31st episode of the Crumbl Cookies Weekly Review. Today, I'm donning the Crumbl hat. And, got a dark shirt on. I've been wearing the white Crumbl shirt for a long time. I figure I'll mix it up a little bit today. Anyway, happy Crumbl Monday to all you out there. Hope you guys had a fantastic week. I certainly did. Still been crushing those weights. Diet's coming along a little slower than I've been anticipating, but it's coming. I'm just getting the disciplines in place and, got to start tracking everything again. And, yeah, it's going to come, and as I do that, my appetite is really going to go crazy. But it is time. I'd like to see these veins just pop out all over the place and have a little bit more energy just being a little bit lighter. And we know how that goes. But anyway, let's get into this week's cookies. Some of them are new to me. We have the French silk pie, confetti, chocolate peanut butter puffs, Snickerdoodle cupcake, and cookie butter lava. Alright, if this box will agree with me today. Had a great lifting session in the gym today, as I always do. And so I'm quite hungry. And I'm going to start off with one I haven't had before. We're going to start off... Oh boy, this is really soft. We're going to start off with the French silk pie. Alright, take a look here. This is one of the pie cookies. Very soft and delicate, chilled. A dark chocolate pie filling, or pie with the chocolate mousse and some whipped cream and chocolate curls. So, alright, here we go. Texture-wise and with the mousse, reminds me a little bit of the chocolate milk cookie. Except this one I feel is much better. It's just got more flavor with the chocolate. It is, I like that it's chilled. Their whipped cream is always really good. And oddly, with all this chocolate, I'm not getting that brownie vibe that I just get over and over with so many of the cookies. So this is actually a nice little mix-up. This is really delightful. Boy, this thing is really falling apart. Nice looking cookie, good amount of that chocolate mousse in there. It's really, really airy, but it actually has some really good flavor. I'm not a fan of pudding for the most part, but it's, I think it's a really good chocolate mousse that kind of has that flavor. Yeah, really good. I'm surprised by this. Last bite. Alrighty, next moving on, we have the confetti. Okay, colorful cookie, just a sugar cookie with sprinkles. So, alright, let's see how this is going to do today. And, yeah, it's a sugar cookie with sprinkles. Doesn't taste like much anything else. Not super sweet, which is good. But yeah, it's just a sugar cookie, vanilla sugar cookie. Pretty simple, but if you like this type of cookie from Crumbl, it's going to be exactly what you want. Not a whole lot to see. It is pretty colorful with the rainbow sprinkles in there, but just a classic thin sugar cookie. I mean, ain't a whole lot to say about it. Last bite. All right, moving on to cookie number 3. Ooh, this is also chilled here. We have chocolate peanut butter puffs. Now, what a cool cookie. Got some Reese's peanut butter puffs. I'm assuming that's what they are because that's what they look like. Chocolate cookie and peanut butter frosting. Now, Crumbl does these peanut butter frostings in a lot of different ways, so I am quite curious about this cookie. All right, here we go. It's definitely a strong peanut butter taste. That peanut butter frosting, definitely different from, like, say, the peanut butter filling that was in the original with peanut butter M&Ms last week. This is a almost like an intensified peanut butter, but it does have a little extra sweetness. The crunch of these peanut butter puffs I like, and you know, and normally, you know, as you hear me say it so many times, chocolate just so much overpowers peanut butter when they're together, but in this case, it's not quite as much. That peanut butter is pretty intense, which makes the balance pretty good. Take a look in the middle there. You have a average size cookie. It's a good amount of chocolate, and then that peanut butter frosting is not as much as you'd think based on how much flavor you're really getting out of it. Like I said, it is strong, but not in a bad way. This is an intense cookie, quite rich. Not a cookie that most of you are going to sit down and eat all of it in one sitting, I would certainly think. Very intense. Last bite. All right, let's move on to cookie number 4. We have Snickerdoodle Cupcake. All right, big old fat dollop of cream cheese frosting. Now, this is how you do a Snickerdoodle cookie. I'm surprised they came out with this again because we just had Snickerdoodle a few weeks or so back, and it wasn't that long ago that we did have Snickerdoodle Cupcake. So, but I'm not complaining. Here we go. Yep, that cream cheese frosting. Intense, delicious, powerful, but then it finishes gently with that Snickerdoodle sugar type cookie, the cinnamon that you taste in there, the cinnamon sugar on top, that gives that little crunch, and on top of the frosting. Yeah, this is a really, really good cookie. It is on the sweet side, but come on, you'd expect it to be. But for me, this is really a Snickerdoodle cookie at its finest. There we are. Pretty thick cookie, and certainly not stingy with that cream cheese frosting on there. And you got a healthy amount of that cinnamon sugar on top too. Kind of just a flavor explosion. Very delicious, very sweet, just a great overall cookie. Last bite. All right, here we are, 5th cookie already. Oh, brother. Quick week. We have cookie butter lava. This is a very nice looking cookie. Pleasant to look at. The best Biscoff cookie I've had from Crumbl. Just a cookie butter cookie with cookie butter drizzle and cookie butter pieces on top. All right, here we go. That is such a good cookie. It is absolutely not too sweet. In fact, this is one of the least sweet cookies Crumbl makes. With just that buttery taste, it is just so good. And even though this is the 5th cookie and a lot of calories in, it's just not overpowering. A lot of times, it doesn't matter what it is, the sugar really starts to hit you. And here, this is just a really, really pleasant cookie. I absolutely love this one. You can see, I forgot to even mention, they got the cookie butter even in the middle of the cookie. It's just everywhere. What a great looking cookie. It's fairly dense, got a good chew to it. Like I said, it's definitely not too much sugar. This just hits differently. It's just a great cookie that's not similar to a lot of other type of cookies. If you haven't had this before, you absolutely got to try it. It's amazing. Last bite. I know you guys aren't going to believe it, but I've finished all 5 of them this week. Like I did last week and the week before. And every other week. Very delicious cookies. Some of them were new to me. Some of them weren't. Really enjoyed it. And now I'm going to have to contemplate. Well, I'm going to let my taste buds do their thing. And I will be back shortly with individual ratings and a weekly score. All right, I'm back and I'm ready to rate these cookies. Let's get serious. All right, we're gonna start with the French silk pie. This was a great cookie. Chilled, delicate, fluffy and airy. Reminded me a lot of the chocolate milk, but much, much better. The flavors mixed together better. That pie cookie, the dark chocolate with that chocolate mousse, whipped cream. I mean, it wasn't really surprising to me, yet still it was a lot better than I was expecting just because I really didn't care for the chocolate milk. I think this is kind of a fan favorite cookie. I thought it was really, really good. Again, this is not really my ultimate favorite type of cookie, but I think they did it really well overall. So for someone that's looking at this and says, oh boy, that looks really good, you're gonna love it. So I'm gonna give this one an 8.5. Next, we have Confetti. And yeah, I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. It is as plain as a cookie gets, flavor-wise. It's a vanilla sugar cookie with nothing really on it. Yeah, there's rainbow sprinkles. It's cool. You don't really taste anything. And yeah, I mean, it's simple. I think Crumbl makes fantastic sugar cookies. Not my jam, really. But to those out there that want a simple sugar cookie, this is going to be as good as they get. I'm going to give this one a 7.5. Next, we have the chocolate peanut butter puffs. And I was thinking about it, and that peanut butter frosting or mousse, I knew I've had it before on one of their cookies. And after some digging here, it was the chocolate peanut butter featuring Oreo. That mousse is exactly the same. It's very strong, very intense, not so much in the rich, thick peanut buttery way, like scooping a spoon of peanut butter out of a jar. But they just kind of intensify the peanut butter with some sugar, and it's just strong, which is good for this type of cookie because that chocolate cookie really is going to overpower peanut butter, as it typically does in most of their cookies. And this one, having that peanut butter frosting or mousse as strong as it is, gives the cookie a lot more of a balance. And now those Reese's peanut butter puffs on top, those were great. You didn't really taste them a whole lot. Added some texture. They were nice on there, certainly. Done well. I'm going to give this one an 8.5. Next, moving on to the Snickerdoodle Cupcake. As I mentioned as I was eating it, to me this is the epitome of how a Snickerdoodle cookie really should be. Snickerdoodle cookies on their own, to me, are pretty plain and just too simple. It needs a little bit more, and that cream cheese frosting is exactly the more I want on this cookie. The cream cheese with the cinnamon and the whole thing, it just goes together really, really well. It is a sugar bomb. It's pretty darn sweet with that cream cheese frosting and the extra cinnamon sugar on top. Yeah, it is sweet, but not so much where it's like, oh man, I can't eat this. So yeah, a cookie done very well. I'm going to rate this what I did before. I'm going to give this one a 9. And lastly, we have the cookie butter lava. As I mentioned also while I was eating it, I do believe this is the best Biscoff cookie Crumbl offers. No question about it. It is a really good cookie. One of the things that I love so much about it is it really just isn't that sweet. I almost get like a savory, buttery richness from this cookie, which is just amazing. The texture is really good, doughy, and then you just got layers of cookie butter all throughout this whole cookie. Yeah, I really enjoy this one. I'm also going to give this one a 9. And that's going to give the total weekly score of 42.5, with an average cookie score of 8.5. Solid week, Crumbl. Thank you for that. Last week was also amazing. And again, good variety of cookies. We had a lot of the fruit berry type cookies last week, and this week we have more of the richer, intense, buttery, chocolatey, peanut butter type cookies. Good variety. Really, really enjoyed it. I will say I've stopped looking at the Crumbl cookie spoilers, and I've gone back to just being surprised on Sunday when that video comes out showing the new flavors. Much better this way. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys found this information useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you guys in next week's episode. Take care.